Okay, I want to talk about something that I feel like does not get talked about enough. And maybe it's because I'm delusional, or maybe this is completely unique to me, but genuinely, like, this multiple times, like, I've practiced this kind of way of thinking or just way of acting, way of existing, and boy, has it just benefited the hell out of me. And that way, I'll just get right into it. That way is rather than kind of looking for others or even AI to consult you, the best kind of consultant and person to tell you how to do things and how to go about your life and to help with the struggles you're dealing with is yourself. And you might call it God, you might call it the universe, and I do believe that those things play a huge factor as well. But genuinely, instead of looking externally for other people's opinions or even AI at this point in time, just like looking internally. And I'll give you examples from me. I I got the excuse the fucking swearing, but I'm gonna keep going because boy, this shit means a lot to me. I got the idea for my app that I'm super passionate about when I was on a walk, when I took the time to reflect internally on problems I face in my everyday life, and how I wanted to go about pursuing my passion for creating a product. And again, I got that going on a walk, being out in nature. And then, for the past however many weeks, I've been building it, building it, building it. And today, just at a huge roadblock. I got this like super cool opportunity that I'm gonna be able to market it in front of its target demographic, and I'm doing a collab, and like everything was perfect. And then I get home, and I get some feedback from like my target customer, and it's like, hey, like this is just like it's kind of incomplete in this sense. And boy, like I spiraled, and maybe it's just the mental state I was in. Maybe it was the food and nutrients I was giving myself and the lack of sleep or whatever it was. But all of today, I felt extremely lost. I really didn't know what to do. And when it comes to myself, and when it comes to times like this, I will turn to close friends and I will turn to AI. And maybe that's not the best habit, but it works for me kind of. And so I turned to a friend who's not really as involved in the space and doesn't understand, what's going on up here really and what's going on with my product. And I turn and I ask him and he gives great advice, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't scratch the itch. I still don't really know what to do. At that point, I feed a ton of personal information and, limiting beliefs and, oh, what should I do to AI, to, my open cloud bot, to cloud code, to whatever it is. And I'm like, or not cloud code, but cloud. And I'm like, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm going through. I'm debating pivoting. I'm debating restarting. I'm debating doing this or that. And well, I like, I prompted to be like, hey, like, don't give me any like bullshit. But at the end of the day, it can't really understand the existentialism that you're going through. And maybe, sorry, I'm just getting hella notifications, but maybe oh, I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, it doesn't understand kind of like the mental that you're going through. As much as you can explain it and put into words, there are certain things in this world, and I genuinely believe this, that you just can't put into words. You can't put into writing. Like you can't verbalize it in a way that it's feeling combined with thought, and just that kind of like that makeup of things, you can't explain it. And so I was lost because it kept on giving me stuff that not I didn't want to hear, but again, it didn't scratch the itch. And I had no idea what to do at this point. As much as I want to just distract myself and go on my phone and ignore this and just cope and cope and cope, I was like, okay, like screw this. Like I've been like struggling with this all day. I'm super lost. I really don't know what to do. I simply like put my phone down, put my phone in my pocket, and I took a walk again. I took a walk, and I like to just vent on these walks. First, I clear everything that I'm thinking of out of my head. I'm traveling to Europe next week. No, in fucking 2 days. I was like, wow, I'm pretty stressed about that because I want to figure out everything before, and I haven't packed and this and that, and I vented, got all of that out, dealing with other shit, got all of that out. I was like, wow, like I'm like just dealing with a lot of shit. And then finally, once that's all out of the system, I'm addressing the problem, I'm addressing where I'm at, I'm addressing where I want to go, and I'm trying to connect those two things together. And I take as long as I need. For the first half of it, I'm thinking like dude, I should start this new business idea. I should start this new app. You know, I should do that. And I'm thinking and I'm rationalizing it in my head. And I'm like, okay, I'm kind of on board with this. You know, like it kind of feels right. Like it seems cool. And then I come back and I like really address the problem in my hand. I'm like, okay, but like I would be like leaving my baby behind. I'd be leaving this current app that I have that's on the App Store, and it's a fully functional app and it's cool and I enjoy it. I'd be leaving it behind. I'm like, okay, no, what's kind of wrong with this? Like, how could I actually make this enjoyable to my target market? And I just think, and you let the thoughts flow to you, and then it happens like that. And it's such a random thought, and then you just kind of grab it and you don't let go. You're like, wait, that was a great idea. And then you talk to yourself more and more and more, and maybe it's all code, maybe it's all you trying to rationalize like shitty decisions, but genuinely this has worked in the past, and as of right now it seems like it's working. And I don't really know kind of what else to say, and I've been stuttering this whole fucking video, but I'm gonna upload it because it is kind of my raw emotion when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, I had like kind of an aha moment, and then as I walk back to my house, I walk faster, I think faster, and I'm like, okay, wait, I could do this and that and that. And then I come back, and then that's when, I have a clear image in my mind. I really know what I want to push for, or like something that I'm like, okay, this would work for the target demographic. This would actually keep me on the app, this and that. And then I go, and then I feed it into AI, and then I talk to my friends, and I see if I'm, delusional or if it's really a good idea. But yeah, I guess that's my thought process. And maybe this is to teach you or me or future me a lesson that, like, just look within genuinely. It's done so much more than looking for external validation, external, ideas, anything like that. That's all.